TIFU by setting every laptop in my company to go to sleep after 15 seconds on battery before Christmas break, by Useria Thayer. I fucked up yesterday on Friday and realizing my error today. I'm a lone IT system administrator at my company and just dipping my toes in group policy management for the first time. I figured I'd start with something harmless like the sleep settings since people have been having issues with the default timer Windows had on it. I figured for laptops people probably want them to save battery though if not plugged in, so I entered 15 into the setting field and called it good. Fast forward to now, I'm trying to use my laptop and the screen kept turning off on me as I'm using it. Look at the settings and it says less than a minute on battery. Uh-oh. That's when I realized the field uses seconds as a timer, not minutes inside of group policy. Not sure if or when anyone will notice. Hoping I can fix it, but if anyone brought their laptop with them home for the break and it synced to policy, they are likely going to be very annoyed and confused. TLDR, changed computer policy for laptops not plugged into sleep after 15 seconds instead of minutes before break, and some people are possibly about to be very irritated if they try to use their devices at home in the meantime. Edit, look, I already fixed it now, lol. You can really tell in the comments who also works in IT and who does not. TIFU by telling my online buddy I'm a girl, by user Pop Barriers. I'm so mad at myself. I started playing a new game recently and met a more experienced player. He'd been guiding me a little and showing me how to play. He came across super nice and never got off topic from the game. So I absolutely should have lied when he asked if I was a she. I've literally been through this before where I make the mistake of thinking it won't be a big deal. But now it's pretty clear he wants to be closer. This dude doesn't even know anything about me and we are on separate continents, but he's acting different. I feel gross too because I'm 18 and the more he tries to talk to me, the more I get the feeling he's probably like 16 based on the bit I know about him. Conversations going from how the game works to little details about his life feels icky as hell. It feels like it's only a matter of time before the "hey can I tell you something" message happens. I do not know you, you do not know me. I personally have had bad experiences with people being creepy online once they've learned I'm female, but now I'm pretty sure I'm the older one. I just wanted to learn about a stupid game. Now I feel weird and mean and also slightly hurt that he's started acting differently, but mostly gross. TLDR, I told someone I know from a game that I'm a girl. Now he's acting a little too close and I feel like a weirdo. Update, I did not anticipate anyone seeing this. Hello? I think this was probably a dumb way of going about it, but I mentioned that I have a girlfriend, I totally do for sure 100%, and he's gone back to normal. If it progresses like it did, I'm going to have to let the poor buddy go, but for now, it looks like a problem solved. TIFU by letting my mom use my butthole Vaseline, by user Thin Leadership 3284. So this happened a while ago but I almost busted a lung reliving it today. I hope I'm not breaking any rules. When I was in uni I was a Division I water polo player. This means we have tight swimsuits that are a singular panel with no smaller straps that someone might hold onto, basically completely covered from neck to panty line, front and back. These swimsuits are extremely tight and zip up in the back. We often had to do long swim sets wearing water polo suits instead of normal swimsuits, or do get out drills where we would swim pull ourselves out of the water and do some exercise on land, i.e. a burpee. I have extremely sensitive skin, so my water polo suit would chafe my skin horribly, basically creating burns where the suit rubbed against my skin. I would get burns from swimming long distance in it zipped, unzip it and get burns in a V pattern where the zipper sat. Water polo suits also ride up like a wedge, giving me chafed burns in my butt crack. My doctor recommended that I try applying Vaseline to reduce the friction, which I did basically every day. Therefore I had a quart, i.e. 2 pints, sized tub of Vaseline. When I was moving out of my apartment, my parents came to help me out. We were packing up my stuff when I turn around and see my mom, holding the tub of Vaseline, rubbing her lips together how you do when you apply chapstick. The look on my face must have been utter shock and horror. She just goes, "What?" and I burst out laughing. I tell her that's my water polo Vaseline that I rub all over my body, it's not for lips. I didn't mention exactly what unmentionables I'd applied it to. I'm not an animal, it's not like I was double dipping, but these burns were crazy painful and I can't be totally sure I didn't say fuck it some days and double dip. Okay, you're right, I did double dip, but I tried not to. Keep in mind I would jump into a vat of heavily chlorinated water about 30 seconds later, so I figured sanitation wise it was whatever. Real water sport athletes pee in the pool constantly, sorry but it's true. Today, while visiting for Christmas my mom offered me some Vaseline for my lips, from a normal-sized container that lives in her medicine cabinet, and I said, "You don't use this one for your butthole, right?" We both started laughing and she said I never told her exactly what I had used it for, but it's been almost 10 years and she's fine, so whatever. Anyway, I think we both have core memories of each other's faces on that day. Her innocently rubbing her lips together and me wide-eyed in panic. TLDR, my mom just found out the quart-sized tub of Vaseline she used on her lips while helping me move out of my college apartment a decade ago was used to soothe chafing between my butt cheeks and butthole. Edited to break into paragraphs, sorry. TIFU by getting my wife flowers, but leaving my glasses in the car, by user Gist Samegwian Organ. This happened today, at roughly 8:30 am PST. I dropped my wife off at work. She works at an elementary school, and as she left the car, she realized she forgot her phone. Keep in mind, this is the last day of school before winter break. No worries, I told her, I'll bring it by. I went back to the house, had a cup of coffee, found her phone, thank you, find my device, and headed back out. Today, there was a big assembly at her school. Lots of parents were parking/driving around looking to attend. Parking was insane, as was traffic. No big deal, I decided to let things calm down and decided to buy my lovely bride some flowers and a balloon for her at the supermarket nearby. Her birthday is December 24th, so I usually do something a week or so out just because. Anyways, I found a nice arrangement, and decided to add a balloon. I had left my glasses in the car, so I grabbed what I though said happy birthday. Paid for the flowers and balloon, and went back to the car. Then I put my glasses on. The balloon said happy Thanksgiving in a very fancy script. Not happy birthday. Well, crap. Thanksgiving has passed. At first, I figured that I could cross out Thanksgiving with Sharpie and write birthday. Alas, I had no Sharpie. Then I thought I could explain it in the card. I quickly realized I would never live this down. For context, I once grabbed my wife a lovely card that was from mom to my son. Wasn't doing that again. So, I ditched the card. Saw a lady with a kid and gave the little one the balloon. Sadly, she had a second child with her that got upset. Not wanting to end up on Facebook as a local monster, I gave the bigger kid a $1 coin. I looked at the mom and said, I just forgot my glasses. I hope this didn't make a mess, as she laughed at me and went into the store. Still, I could show up on the internet as confused old guy gave my baby an outdated balloon and my oldest money. My wife loved the flowers, and the story. I may be a dumbass, but I'm her dumbass. TLDR, forgot my glasses, misread a balloon, and just created a whole, silly thing. Wife loved the flowers, and the story. Still feel like a dummy. TIFU by jokingly entering a competition and winning, by user Chameleon Paint. So my wife and I entered a competition at the local shopping center where you wrote down the kid's wish list to Santa and he writes back or some shit. My wife just wanted the letter back from Santa and jokingly wrote remote control car, my 4yo wants one, and ice cubes, my 1yo's current favorite thing, and that's it. Neither of us realized you could win what you wrote down on the list if your name was randomly drawn out. Anyway, the kid's entry was the one that got drawn, and so we've won a $20 toy car and some ice cubes. It's a huge shopping center and we literally could have written anything within reason. I think I'm going to fill my clothes with rocks and slowly walk into the ocean. TLDR, we entered a competition with a joke answer and won basically nothing instead of expensive prizes we couldn't otherwise afford.